I've known from a very young age that I wanted to help people get back on their feet. I remember driving around sometimes with my mom in the car, and I'd be in the back seat and I'd see people sleeping maybe under the viaduct going down 14. I'd point at them and I'd be like, Mom, someday I'm gonna help those people. My name is Carrie Friend. I am the Director of Homeless Services for Pioneer Center. Our goal for opening this shelter was to be able to give us the ability to serve more people. When we were in our Woodstock location, we only had the ability to serve 34 people, and when we moved here, it gave us the ability to be able to serve up to 70 people on any given night. It's funny because this project came about very naturally. This opportunity at the chapel McHenry just literally landed in our laps. And I remember Pastor Ben saying the chapel didn't really have anything that they could offer us by means of like financial help, but what they did have was a lot of space. I believe that it happened for a reason. It's just worked out perfectly, and we know, my staff know, the clients know, this is where we belong. We were not able to do our commercial kitchen in phase 1 at the shelter. We're currently working on the kitchen project now. Having the commercial kitchen will give us the ability to be able to serve people right here at the shelter 3 meals a day. We're excited to serve very well-rounded, well-planned out meals. We are going to be doing a training program for the guests that are here at PADS in hopes that they learn some of the culinary skills that they need to be able to get jobs outside of here when they move on. So that's something that we're very excited to partner with Culinary Pathways on.
Well, this is wrapping up the stainless steel.
You think I should sweep it up real quick?
You have a broom, I'll do it for you.
My name is Kim Rausch, and I am the Guest Services Coordinator here at PADS. After intake, they come in and we make sure that their bed is available for them. We have clean sheets and pillowcases on there, blankets. We get them settled with a locker, and always make sure that there's something here for them to eat and drink. We do a lot of work with housing, any kind of services that they may need.
My name is Gina Zink, and I'm the Coordinated Entry Lead for McHenry County.
My name is Patty Muller. I started at PADS as the administrative assistant and then became the recovery specialist, and now I'm the case manager.
My name is Kimberly Mate. I'm the administrative assistant for PADS. I take care of office responsibilities and most importantly the incoming calls. So I do all of the pre-screening and pre-intake for everyone who calls here and asks for shelter.
My name is Amanda Sperling, and I'm the homeless youth case manager here at PADS in McHenry County. I work with the clients who are 18 to 24, struggling with homelessness. I help them with employment, housing, if they want to continue education or go back to school, mental health treatment, substance abuse. I help them get into any of the programs that they need to. I kind of refer to myself as their personal resource.
My name is Kurt Richard Carlson. I work here for Pioneer Center at the PADS facility. I am the lead driver, and I drive everyone to their appointments, their meetings. I get them everywhere they need to go, and I just provide that service for them. It's a great feeling.
Years ago, I had a supervisor that said to me, find something that breaks your heart and do something to make it better. I looked around and it was staring me right in the face that this is where I belong, and I hope to make things better for the guests here.
Well, when I started, it was out of pure desperation for a job, but then I didn't think I wanted to be a case manager, but getting to know the clients and caring about them, that made the biggest, that was my biggest decision maker. I always say that it took me, over 40 years to figure out exactly what I wanted to do. I've done every job under the sun, but this is the only one I've actually loved. And the clients mean everything to me. And just if I can send them out a little bit better than what they came in as, I'm doing my job. Make their lives a little bit better than when they first walked in the door.
I have been involved in serving the homeless for well over 15 years, and it's my passion to serve people, and I have a servant's heart, and that's what's driven me here.
I had been a project manager for a long time, and I'd worked in municipal government, but I wanted something more connected to people. I worked in ministry in the past, and that's where I felt the most comfortable. So when I saw the opportunity in the listing for this opening, I thought, well, I have the skills for administrative assistant, and this is a community of people that I would love to be in contact with. I interviewed, I've taken the job, and in my entire career, this is the greatest job I've ever had.
I couldn't be happier. I've been here almost 2 years in less than a month.
This is the type of work I've always wanted to do. I've always had a natural ability to help people, and it's always been something that has come to me. I came from the school district where I worked for District 15, and I also worked for Home of the Sparrow. So I'm a logistics guy. I've driven all kinds of trucks, delivered all types of equipment, but delivering people is so much more fulfilling, and being able to help people on a daily basis is a very humbling experience.
Meeting people one-on-one and establishing relationships with them, being aware now very really of the variety of causes and how close people can be to becoming homeless for a variety of reasons, it really made clear to me that a lot of people in this world are just a few steps away from homelessness. So, and meeting them one-on-one again in those relationships, it really cleared up all my misconceptions that I had.
I think before I started here, I was definitely more scared of the population. I often just associated them with being harmful, and now that I've been in this field, I see that that's not necessarily the case, and that some of them are the sweetest people you can meet.
Some people in the community have a stereotype of the homeless. Many people think that the homeless are lazy, don't want to work, they're addicted to drugs and alcohol, have severe mental health issues, and some of them do. Some of them have all of those things. But what I like to express to people is that homelessness can happen to anybody. Most of the people that come to our shelter experience one life event that causes them to become homeless. And that can be a divorce, it can be medical issues, they can be fleeing a domestic violence situation. That it can happen to anyone. Doesn't matter how much money you make, what kind of house you live in, what kind of car you drive. We've seen people from all walks of life here at the shelter, but most of our clients are here very, very short term, and they're really here long enough to just get back on their feet. And that's what we're here to help them with. Michelle Obama is somebody that I'm a huge fan of, and something that I take away from her that sticks in my mind that me and my staff all live by is the phrase, when they go low, we go high.
Which is about
it's called what?
American Lemonade, and it's about child poverty and child homelessness. One day I was working for a delivery company, and I was delivering televisions and electronics, and I had delivered a 60-something inch screen television to a dilapidated trailer. Garbage was strewn all over the place. It was very unkept. I remember it distinctly thinking, maybe a TV isn't apropos to what you need, but I'm not going to cast any judgments. And it started to rain, and I saw the children outside. They had a lemonade stand. Picked up my pen and paper, and I started writing, selling lemonade in the rain again, standing on the corner with my two best friends, the money we make to the folks we're gonna lend so we can get back living in the house again. Drives me nuts that as a country that is so rich and powerful that we let our children starve, and it just, I wrote a whole song about it, and so many people tell me when I hear that song, they weep or they cry and I just hope I invoke an emotion in somebody to end child poverty and end child homelessness once and for all, because we can. If we all work together, we can do great things, but some people just don't want to do it.
Dad, and there's no mom here. We put the kids with him in this room so he can keep a close eye on them. So this bed and that bed are for him and his kids. So you see, we kind of just make do with whatever we need to do. So normally that's just 2 twin-size beds put together. We don't have anything other than twin beds, but we want them to be able to all be together. There's never as many women who need shelter as men, and there's a lot more places for women and children to go when they leave the shelter. It's much more difficult for an adult man to find a place to go. I thought you'd get a kick out of these homemade lockers, but they're nice. These are like the hot commodity here, these bigger lockers. So this office gives the staff the ability to have one set of eyes on both sleeping areas at the same time, which is a huge improvement from when we were in Woodstock. This is for our weekend staff because she's here from like Saturday at midnight until Sunday at midnight. She doesn't really get very good sleep, but at least we need a place for her to be able to rest. If you're somebody that is in need, we would love for you to come to the shelter because we have so much to offer people. Not only do we meet people's basic needs of food, shelter, and clothing, but we can also get you linked to community resources to be able to get you back on your feet. We really do try to keep things as safe as we possibly can. I know that the shelter can be a scary place to go, especially if you've never been there, but it's not nearly as scary as you might think. We serve men, women, and children, so I would welcome you to come and see what we're all about. Pads Community Shelter of Hope is located in the back of the chapel McHenry, 1805 South Route 31 in McHenry, Illinois. We're located right off of 31.